Hello, welcome to Lil's Vintage World, and this video is going to be a what is new in my vintage wardrobe for summer 2023. I've been trying not to collect too much vintage stuff, but it just all seems to come together, doesn't it? Don't mean to, it just happens. Now I have a little collection of things here. I also have some stuff that is still in bags from a recent vintage trip, and I have some artwork, I have some accessories, and yeah, I've just got a load of stuff. So first of all, I'm going to very briefly talk about this because I can't remember if I've shown this to you or not. Now, this scarf, ignore this, this isn't vintage, that's mine, but I've just put it with it because that's kind of the look that I'm going for. But this is a 1950s, it's actually a dressing gown, but I'm going to wear it as a coat, and I love it. And I can't remember whether I've shown it you or not, so there it is. But speaking of the mannequin, I'm going to show you these dresses that I have and clothes, bits and bobs, but I'm going to show you them on the mannequin rather than on me, just because I'm really not in the confidence space, shall I say, to show my physique. So you'll be seeing the clothes on the mannequin. So here she is, in this lovely, lovely pink. It's really bright pink. Now I didn't actually get to wear it last year. We had quite a mild winter, so we'll see this year if I get to wear it or not. Anyway, shall I start with the clothes? Yes, I'll do my best to remember where things are from, but I'm terrible. So first of all, we have this lovely green 1960s dress. I don't own a lot of green stuff. I'm not really a green person, but I just loved it. I bought this online. I can't remember where from. Might have been off eBay. Actually, I think it was off eBay, yeah. But I really was drawn to the flowers. It's just a little quite simple shift dress, but it is Devonshire Lady. And I really like the Devonshire Lady stuff. I just think they're such a nice brand. And I like the length of this. It's not too horrendously short for like a mod dress. So that was the first one that I got. And that was really cheap as well. I think I paid like £6.99 plus post. So such a bargain. The next dress, it's just so me. As soon as I saw this, I was like, I have to have this. This is another Devonshire Lady. But look at this. Oh, again, very 60s, and it's just, this is me down to a T. Like, I love kind of, not schoolgirl, but that kind of like academic, I don't suppose dark academia, but I suppose light academia, mixed with, I suppose, cottagecore type. I love lace and frills and pearls and all that type of thing, and I just think that looks so, so nice. And yeah, I loved it. Again, that was quite cheap as well. Then off Curious Orange Vintage, I got a couple of bits. The first one is this jacket, which is, you know, 80s, 90s, which is in this like pink and white gingham, like checked print. And I just thought it was so much fun. It kind of reminded me of like the Barbie movie. And I thought that would just be a nice kind of chuck on. It has these like fake pearl buttons that I really liked, and yeah, I just thought for £15 that's quite a bit of fun to have. The next piece, also from Curious Orange Vintage, does not sit well on the hanger, so I think I'm going to take this off, but this is a 1970s original top that I just think is so nice. It has that real like boho feel to it, and I love the print. It kind of, as soon as I saw it, it reminded me of Barbara from The Good Life. I thought this is the type of thing that Barbara would wear. And I have already worn it and I just really like it. I always wear it with something underneath it. It also has, which I think is really cool, this on the back. So that's the back. So it's white, but then with this lovely pattern on, I think that looks really, really lovely. This next dress, I have had this ages and ages ago, and it makes me think, how long has it been since I last did one of these videos? A very long time. But I have this dress that, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really like it as a dress, and I don't wear it as a dress. I wear it as a skirt, but I really liked the pattern of it. It's a 1970s dress that I just don't think the top suits me. I don't think I suit this kind of collar. I don't think it works well on my frame. And, you know, I've got quite broad shoulders as it is, so I don't need, I feel like that kind of shows them more. I don't know. But as I said, I really like the pattern. So I use this as like a skirt. So I wear the dress and then I put a jumper over the top and it's just perfect. I should also say that dress was also really, really cheap as well. So I don't mind the fact that I don't wear it as a dress. Plus I think it makes the piece more versatile too. Okay, we're now stepping back in time and we're going to the 1940s with this beautiful original 1940s dress that I picked up from a vintage shop, Vintage Dolly. And it is beautiful in this lovely, lovely green. This I bought for myself for my birthday. So I had some money for my birthday. I was like, what do I want? I want to go to the vintage shop. Of course I do. So I went to a vintage shop and I just saw this, and I don't wear a lot of green and I wasn't expecting it to fit me because I have such funny measurements. I'm very busty, but then I go very in at my waist. So if I find something usually that fits me on the bust, it doesn't fit me on the waist. But this did, and I just think it's beautiful. This next dress, I have got my money's worth and then some. I've worn this for a Christmas party, I've worn this for a Christmas meal, I've worn this for a wedding. I've got my use out of this dress. So this is an original 1970s dress that I just love. It's in this beautiful, beautiful, like a peach, like a peachy pink. It looks definitely more peach in comparison to the fluorescent pink, but on its own it does look quite pink. And it has this beautiful floral detail with these kind of like orangey reds and the greens, and it's just beautiful. As I said, worn this to quite a few events and got my money's worth. It was quite cheap anyway, but I just love it. This next dress I bought, and it wasn't until I could like feel it, I realised how warm it was, and I was like, oh, okay. I thought maybe I could wear this for spring, but I think this is definitely like an autumn winter dress because again, you won't be able to feel it, but it's really, really thick. So this is an original 60s, 70s maxi dress in this wonderful floral pink colour, which I just love it. I think it's wonderful, but boy, oh boy, it's thick. And I remember I tried it on and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so hot. So this is definitely one to wear in winter. And perhaps actually I could wear it with the coat over the top of it. I think that'd look quite cool. So if we have quite a cold winter, expect that combo from me. And then we have a couple of skirts, starting off with this beautiful original 50s skirt. I can't remember where I got these from. This is from a vintage shop online that I remember I saw this skirt and I thought, oh, it's beautiful. And then I saw someone advertising that shop later on, a few weeks down the line, saying that they're on their own website, because I saw this originally on Etsy, that their own website, they had 50% off, and I was like, need to get it. But it's this beautiful 50s dress with the 50s skirt with these lovely floral hearts, which I just thought was so beautiful. And I love it so, so much. I haven't got my wear out of it this summer because we haven't had much of a summer, but here's hoping for next summer. And then the other skirt that I got from, this was £5 because this was on sale on that website. It was on, I think it was originally up for 20, then it went into a sale for 10, and then it was half price off everything, even sale items. So this was a £5, and for a £5 I could not resist this. This is a 1970s skirt that I just thought would be beautiful in the winter with boots. I thought this would be really nice. I just really loved it. I love the print. I love kind of winter floral. I love wearing florals, hence why I'm wearing florals. But sometimes I think in the winter it's quite hard to wear florals. Ta-da! Not with this. I thought with boots it looked really, really nice, and a jumper. So that's what I got. Right, moving on to some accessories, and then we'll go back to clothing. So first things first, from Vintage Shop, for £15, I got this Avon Bon Bon Poodle perfume. It came in the box, and look Isn't that so cool? It's a flipping poodle. So it's a poodle. Now these actually come in a range of colours. They do a black one, there's a pink one. And I was having a little look online to see, you know, how much I've paid in comparison. And I think I've done pretty well because I'm seeing them for like the similar price point, but not with the box. And I've got the box and it sits on my dressing table next to the box. But I think it's so cool. 1960s, just... I love the box too. I think it's so cool. Poodles were really popular in the 60s, and sometimes you can get poodle ornaments and they've got like chains and they kind of like chain up to each other, which I think is nice, which I would like some pink ones of those. But yeah, I love the white with the pink on this. I think it looks so nice. And £15, I think that's pretty good. It doesn't have any of the scent in it, by the way. That's gone. Now, from my favourite vintage seller, Secondhand Rose, which, by the way, is where I got this lovely coat from. I can't remember how much it is because it was such a long time ago. Brain. They were selling off. Claire owns Secondhand Rose, some vintage scarves, and I saw this one and I loved it, and I'm in two minds whether to get it framed or not. So I would appreciate what you think, but look at it. Is this not just me? It is roses and ballerinas. Like, I think it's so stunning and so beautiful, and I love it so much. And I'm thinking, I mean, it would look really nice to wear it in hair, like actually like underneath, blah, blah, blah. That would look really nice, or to wear it as like on top of a ponytail. And I think, yes, that would look lovely, but it's just so pretty. I'm thinking, roses are my favourite flower. It's what I had for my wedding. And I love ballet. And I just think it's so beautiful. I think this was like £10, something like that. And she's still got some scarves available, so you can go and have a look if you want to. But yeah, I just think it's so pretty, and I don't know whether I want to wear it or frame it. So at the moment, it's still just kind of sat in some protective stuff because I just don't know. Speaking of framing, I've had a couple of art pieces. So recently I've started to collect some vintage art prints, and I want to kind of redo our bedroom slightly, and I want like a gallery wall of some vintage like fashion pieces. I think that would look really, really nice. So the first one, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this already, but I love this. So this is someone's art piece of this like 1940s woman in this amazing dress with this wonderful figure. I love how the light catches it. I love the fact that it's a pink background as well, because I love pink and I think it's so nice. She was really cheap. She was like less than £20, I think. And then I bought this. So this is a original 1940s, 50s sketch that someone's done that I need to get framed, but I think it's just lovely. I love the detail of it. I think it's so cool. So I've been collecting some of these, and as you can see, I do need to get more to make a gallery wall, but slowly but surely collecting them. And then last but not least, I have a couple of bags of new stuff to show you that I got rather recently, literally a couple of days ago actually. So my husband treated me to a date day. So we don't really do like date nights as such, because he's either working or we'd rather sit in and have a takeaway. But we sometimes do a date day, and he surprised me with this date day, and it was lovely. And he surprised me with a train trip on the Severn Valley. So Severn Valley I last went on a few years ago, and we went to Bridgnorth, which is a little town in Shropshire. And in Bridgnorth they have a vintage shop called The Looking Glass, which I've been in a few times when I'm at Bridgnorth, and thought I'd look in, and my husband treated me to these few bits that I have to show you because they are amazing. So there's not just one bag, hold on, gotta reach. There's two. Ooh. So I'm gonna start with the thing that I am so in love with, and I've got to find a very, very special place for because it's amazing. But it's this original 1930s bag muff. Look at the colour of this. This is like what dreams are made of. So this is an original 1930s muff bag. So my hands can both fit in it. I do have quite small hands, I should say. So, and then there is a zip, and then there's a bag inside. Not a lot, but I mean, I could get my phone in and card and stuff, lipstick, the essentials. And it's just beautiful. And this beautiful, beautiful blush pink colour, which is just my favourite pink. And actually, this was the colour of my bouquet. So for my wedding, I had red, white, and then this kind of like blush pink roses, which is amazing. So this is an original 1930s bag that would originally have come with a dress. And as soon as I saw this bag, I was just like, oh, I love it. It's just so Delicia La Fosse. So Delicia La Fosse is one of the main characters in my favourite book, Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day. And when we first meet Delicia, she is in a dressing gown and she's looking fabulous. And I can imagine her with something like this bag with the feathers and just in a pink satin gown with feathers at the bottom. That is what I imagined Delicia Fosse to wear. And yes, I was really, really drawn to this bag, and I was like, can I have a look at it? But as soon as it was out, I was just like, oh yes, it feels beautiful. Now this is ostrich feathers, and had this been made now, I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. I mean, I don't buy real fur. I try not to buy leather and things like that. Just because I think it's just not for me. However, and things like my jewellery, I try to buy those secondhand as well, because I know like there's certain environmental damage that is done, but the environmental damage is already done. Hence why I buy secondhand stuff, because their environmental impact has been done, it's gone, and you're better off to buy the secondhand version. This is 90 years old, so the environmental damage was done 90 years ago. So I had this for £60, and I've seen them in other colours, but they're not that common, and I think it just looks beautiful. And I'm going to put it somewhere, but I'm not sure where. I don't want it in direct sunlight because I'm so scared it'll fade, but it definitely deserves a very special place in this room. Speaking of 1930s pink, 1930s pink bed jacket. So I have a really funny old measurement. I'm very, very busty, and then I'm very in at my waist, and my top and my bottom don't match, so sometimes dresses look a bit silly on me because they'll fit me on my bust and won't fit me on my waist. They'll just look massive, or it'll fit me on my waist and there's no chance of it going over my bust. So I often wear a lot of separates, and when I saw this, I thought, oh, that's lovely. It kind of reminded me of a kimono that I have, which is, it's in the style of 1930s, but it isn't. But I just loved the print with this really delicate floral detail and the lace. I thought it was just so me. And I have actually been after a pink dressing gown. So when I saw this, I was like, ooh, a little bed jacket. But then when I tried it on, I thought, actually, I think this would be really nice with just like a white top underneath it. So expect to see this in future videos. I just thought it was so, so lovely. And I had that for £30. And then the big one. When I was looking around the shop, I saw this. It had been in the shop for less than 24 hours and I was all over it like a rush. It is a cape and skirt set, which is reversible. So one side is just this plain kind of powder blue. The other side is this check. and I thought I'd prefer the powder blue, but I don't. I prefer the check, and I love it. I've never had a cape before. I have wanted one. I thought always in my mind kind of wanted two capes. I've wanted a powder blue and I've wanted a blush pink. I've now found one of them. So still on the hunt for the blush pink. This was £68 for the two-piece set, and I'm so excited to wear this come winter time. It is 1960s, it's wool, it is going to keep me so warm. So with this coat and this cape, I am ready for the winter, but it is beautiful. I mean, even just look at the buttons. It's beautiful, it's stunning. I'm not sure if I'm going to wear them together. I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of the cape, I'm not going to lie. I just love it. So there we have it. That was my long rambly video of the haul of vintage stuff that I've acquired recently. So let me know, out of everything that I showed you, what is your favourite piece that I've picked up recently? And I look forward to seeing you soon for my next video. Take care for now. Bye.